I grew up in a quiet suburban neighborhood. You know the type, where everyone knows everyone, and strangers stick out like a sore thumb. We had friendly barbecues, neighborhood watch groups, and kids riding their bikes until the sun went down. Safe, normal, or so I thought. I was 16 when this happened. My parents had gone out for a wedding, and I convinced them to let me stay home alone. I was thrilled, finally, the house to myself. That night was peaceful. I ordered pizza, watched some horror movies, and stayed up playing video games. Around midnight, I heard something outside, soft footsteps crunching on the gravel beside our backyard. I peeked through the blinds, but couldn't see anything. I figured it was the wind, or maybe the neighbor's dog. But the next night, same thing. Footsteps. Only this time, I saw it. A figure. Tall, thin, dressed in dark clothes, standing behind our wooden backyard fence. Just watching. I froze. My first instinct was to call my dad, but I didn't want to seem paranoid. Maybe it was a neighbor? I tried to shake it off. But night after night, the same figure appeared. Always behind the fence, never moving, never speaking, just watching. I started keeping the lights on at night, curtains drawn. But no matter what, he was there. I barely slept. Every shadow felt like him. Every little noise set me on edge. One evening, I noticed the fence gate was slightly open. I ran out, but there was no one. I checked with the neighbors, no one had seen anything. I even considered getting cameras installed. It wasn't until weeks later that I discovered something worse. I was helping my dad with yard work when I stumbled upon a hidden phone buried beneath the bushes by the fence. Curiosity got the better of me. It was filled with photos. Dozens of them. Unlocked it, all of our house, our windows, our living room, and me sleeping in my bed. But it wasn't just recent photos. Some were months old. Some, taken from inside the house. One photo showed me brushing my teeth in the upstairs bathroom. We called the police immediately. They never found the guy. But after that, I never slept with the blinds open again. And to this day, sometimes, I still feel eyes on me. Sometimes I catch a glimpse of a shadow by the fence, but when I look, it's gone. And the worst part? Every few months, another hidden phone turns up. Still full of new photos of me. A few years ago, my friends and I decided to go camping deep in the woods for a weekend getaway. 6 of us, all college students, eager to escape the city noise. The first day was normal, hiking, bonfire stories, marshmallows, the usual. But that first night, around 3 a.m., I woke up to faint breathing near my tent. I thought it was one of my friends, until I peeked outside. Nothing. The next night, it happened again. But this time, we all heard it. Breathing, low, raspy, followed by soft crunches of footsteps. We flashed our lights towards the woods, and there it was. Pale, crouched low, its limbs wrong. It darted into the trees before we could react. We tried to laugh it off. Maybe a deer, or our imaginations. But that morning, we found deep scratches on our tents, and our food bags ripped open. We decided to leave, but the only road out had been blocked, fallen trees, like they were deliberately placed. 2. That final night, it got worse. Around 2:30 a.m., something scraped against the tents. We stayed silent, too, scared to move. Suddenly, the zipper of one tent began to slide open, slowly, deliberately. We bolted, grabbed our stuff, and hiked out in the dark. But the scariest part? As we rushed through the woods, I looked back. There were more of them. pale figures crouched and hunched in the darkness, watching us leave. The next morning, once the sun came up, we returned with forest rangers. But everything, the campsite, our tents, even our belongings, were gone. As if we were never there. We reported it. Showed them where we camped. But they found no evidence. No fire pit. No tent stakes. Nothing. To this day, I have no idea what those things were. But I'll never camp there again. And I never ignore strange noises in the woods anymore. About a year ago, I moved into a new apartment. Top floor, good neighborhood, but it had one weird detail. The previous tenant vanished. The landlord brushed it off, but I couldn't shake the feeling. Neighbors avoided the topic. Some just shook their heads. The first week was fine. But then, the knocking started. It was always at 2:33 a.m. Soft, consistent, 3 knocks. I checked the peephole, no one. I called building security, they reviewed the cameras, nothing. Every night, same time, same knocks. One night, I stayed up, determined to catch whoever it was. At exactly 2:33, the knocking came. I rushed to the door, checked the peephole, no one. But I noticed something. A faint, bloody handprint on the inside of my door. I froze. The knocks weren't coming from outside. 3. The next day, I asked around. No one had seen anything. But an old woman from down the hall, she told me the truth. The previous tenant? She never vanished. Her body was found sealed inside the walls, months after she went missing. I broke my lease the next day. But even now, wherever I go, at exactly 2:33 a.m., 3 soft knocks, and a bloody handprint on the inside of the door. I've moved 3 times since then, different cities, different apartments, but it keeps happening. And the handprint? It gets clearer, every time. You never know who's lurking just beyond your walls. Or worse, already inside. Sometimes, it's not your imagination. Sometimes, they never left. Sometimes, they follow you. Stay safe, lock your doors, and trust your instincts, before it's too late. Because no matter where you live, they always find a way in.